I've just started
My
recording.
um Alex, what did you do to my bathhouse?
Here's
Oh,
the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. Let me wait until I get there and I'll explain, because there was some stuff that happened. Um, what I'll
I'll give you
say,
a heads up, which is that it's all Alex's fault.
Well,
that
I
is
know
actually
that.
true. Mike legitimately had nothing to do with this. So, what happened was, you may remember that before you left, I said, you hold on, I've got to get some sand and cook it into glass. I've got an idea that'll make your bathhouse better. Right?
I don't remember that, but go on.
For whatever it's worth, I do, but I don't remember there being any argument on your end. So hopefully you heard it and forgot. Otherwise, that means that you didn't even know he was going to do it,
No,
which would be
Pink was
very
like,
unfortunate.
Pink, I do remember, was like, okay, cool.
Uh,
So, what it was, that wound up being a multi-hour journey for me, because I needed to then go, on top of getting the glass, I needed to get diamonds and obsidian and go to hell and get netherrack, because netherrack is the only block that will burn eternally. Because I was like,
Oh,
oh man, you know what this bathhouse is missing? Heated floors.
yeah.
So I did all that, and then I took out the lower layer of just two of the birch blocks because I knew they would light on fire, and I replaced them with cobblestone.
Right.
And therein we made a discovery that Mike gets shot to death by skeletons. No, we made a discovery that fire just fire does not spread naturally in Minecraft. It magically just seeks out any wood blocks that are within a certain distance.
yeah, it
Oh.
apparently doesn't need like a solid line of ignition, like to be able to connect from one thing to another. Apparently, just
Yeah.
kind of the flame teleports to whatever wooden block happens to be nearby.
Yes, I had said the fire was entirely caged within stone and glass, but passed through it to light the rest of the bathhouse on fire anyways.
I
So
see.
I put in the heated floors. I walk away for just a little bit. Mike manages to come through here and go, "Hey Alex, did you mean to light Pink's bathhouse on fire?"
It was basically like, "Oh, his bathhouse is on fire," and I remember your response was, "No, it isn't." Wait, yes, it is.
Yeah, because what I figured was Mike had passed through by the bathhouse and heard the sound of fire. And I was going to say, no, it isn't. That's just the heated floors. When in fact, then I looked and went, oh yes, it is. It's not just the heated floors. Everything else is decidedly more
Amazing.
heated than it should be. So, and most of the bathhouse destroyed. I recovered as much birch wood as I could and set to the long process of, well, for initially the skeleton of the bathhouse was made out of just cobblestone rather than right now where it's just the base foundation. And Mike very correctly pointed out that it looked ugly as fucking sin. So I went and I cooked cobblestone to make regular stone, and it made stone bricks to have this middle layer, and put the birch wood on top, and tried to put your studded roof on as well.
All right.
The more I think about it, I think that's all an excuse. He was just trying to get rid of all that birch wood.
Yeah,
And
that's what it
I
sounds like
caught
to
him.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like to me.
He was gonna do it, and then once it was finished, he was gonna be like, "Well, it'd be a lot more effort to have to tear it down again." So he was trying to burn all the birch wood and hope that I wouldn't notice, but I caught him in the act.
Yeah, I
Now,
see
it
how
is
it
true that there's definitely a lot less birch wood here than there was before.
is.
So, there you go. What started as
Well,
just simply, I'm going to put in some heated floors, turned into, I have to rebuild the entirety of the bathhouse.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, I spawned in and my for some reason my character is looking down at the floor. So when I spawn in, I'm looking at water, glass, and then everything else on fire, and I thought I spawned into my birch house being on fire.
Yeah, you know, if you'd spawned in several hours earlier.
That's true. Yeah, it was a learning experience, I think.
Yeah,
We all
learning
learned something
experience
new today.
on the dynamics of fire.
I mean, that is actually pretty useful to know.
It is.
We'll have to make sure that if like something's lit on fire on purpose, we don't build anywhere near it because it'll apparently jump and catch.
Yeah, no shit. It'll,
You know what
it'll
really
jump
upsets
wide and
me?
long.
Yeah. What's that, Pink?
You know what really upsets me?
You know what's that?
The fact that I'm only missing 1.5 bars of little meat sticks in my hunger meter. And yet still, that is just simply too much, and my health will not regenerate.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
It's time to commit suicide.
That's true. We're abusing that quite a bit. There's really no punishment to dying. At the moment, I'm fine with that, but we might want to change that at some point.
So you're right, so I'm going to commit suicide in the nether.
Good idea.
Yeah,
That
can't
totally
lead
won't
any
be more
problems.
painful, logically
Right.
speaking. I'm widening
Here
up the
I
back
am.
halls.
Am I
Okay,
here?
since-
Oh, God!
Since I apparently cannot find iron anywhere, do you guys care if I take some of the iron that's Sparkle both burn to death? Do you guys care if I take the iron that's in the furnace right now? There's 15 bars of it.
Go ahead.
I need
Okay.
all those bars.
I-
Also, why are there cats and cows in the nether?
Oh,
no!
shit! That's where they are.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm gonna go
Well,
in there.
as I said, we'll learn something new every day.
Yeah,
Fuck!
I was wondering. Well, they're alive still, right?
Well, some of them are.
Some. Okay, hang on. What the? All right. Once I can
Oh.
find you,
Cat just ran out of the house when I opened the door. Somebody
that's
come out.
good. That's actually good.
Is it?
Yes.
Ah!
Yeah. I stole a
Why is
couple
it on
cats.
fire?
I'm wondering that myself. I eventually went out. So I'm
Get in the
assuming you will
fucking
as
portal.
well.
Mr. Cow! Oh, it's the gas! It's the gas!
Great. I just want to find the cat. Maybe it came
Okay,
back
I got
out
the
and
cat.
followed. Okay, Pink, did you go back into our world with?
No,
You're
no, no.
right.
I'm outside our house. There's a cat outside with me. I'm keeping an eye on it until you guys get back in.
Oh, okay.
Back inside.
Didn't you say though that there's also a cat inside the Nether?
When I died inside the nether, there was a cat and a cow. There were actually 2
God.
cows, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't see the cat, so do you know if that's the same cat that's out there by you?
If it's the same cat that's out here with me right now, that means it left the nether after I respawned.
Okay. Either way, I'm gonna bring that cat back home. I took him forgetting that I can't tame them for myself. I took him from that village over there, so I want to bring him back.
Okay,
I'll attempt to box the cat in until you. Oh, never mind.
As soon as I can find you, I'm back outside by your bathhouse, actually. Oh, I see your name now.
Yeah, I'm over here with the cat.
Okay. Hi, Kitty. Okay, yeah, I remember. He's one of the ones. I think he's the one that I was looking for the other day, Alex. I recognize his orangeness.
okay.
Come on. Back home for you, Kitty. Thanks for giving me that heads up, Bank. I was wondering what happened to this poor little guy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure out something to do with this nether portal so that things don't just wander in.
I didn't think that was
Put a gate
possible.
around it.
It's
Yeah?
very possible.
So stuff can just stroll in and out on both ends anytime they want? There's no restrictions on that?
Out would require one of us to be loaded in on the nether side, because otherwise, if the game's not constantly keeping track of what's going on in the nether at all times, because that'd be hell on the processor.
Oh, true,
So-
true.
So, the only way a pig zombie man wanders in the nether gate into our house is if one of us is in the nether and just watches him walk in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a solution similar to that, Pink.
Don't
Albeit
worry.
not one that gets in the walkway like that.
Don't
I
worry. I
guess
got
you-
you, Sam.
Uh-oh. You always could put up a fence around it, right? A fence with an openable gate?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a more visually appealing
I'm
solution
not
than
putting a
that.
gate there. You crazy? We don't want to go back there.
I don't know about. I'd be perfectly fine with less visually appealing as long as it kept us safe and kept our animals from strolling in and getting killed. There you go, kitty. You're going back home. I'm sorry that I took you.
Meh.
Are you?
I am, actually. I really am. I feel guilty about it. Okay, here you go. Here's all the cats from before. There you go, little guy. You're home.
Ah, no, that wouldn't work. Yes. I thought maybe setting up some pistons for like, but that wouldn't. It doesn't work while keeping the.
Wouldn't that be even more ugly than putting up a fence?
Well, if I cover up the pistons, then it'll look natural.
Hmm.
We really need to do something about this cow pen because this is just freaking depressing, man.
The cow pen or the alpaca short stopgap solution I made?
I haven't seen the alpaca station yet.
Oh,
but
that's
yeah,
even
I was
sadder
talking
than
about
the cow pen.
house.
Yeah, the alpaca station is next to all the crafting.
What is crafting?
Oh, our toolboxes and so forth.
I'm going the wrong way. Oh, I didn't even notice him there. He blends right in.
There should be two of them in there. I had to work really hard to shove them in.
I see that.
That was actually out of necessity. They wouldn't stop going over and putting their heads through the front door. Every time I went in and out, they'd be standing there irritatingly.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think you were playing when I shoved the first one in there. I guess I just didn't say what I was doing.
I might have been playing and just didn't notice.
Yeah.
Because I would have been working on the bathhouse.
What happens? So yeah, Dead by Daylight. The lights out mode came back today. I gave that a try.
I hate that mode. And,
it's a little bit better, but it's still favors killers. Well, what it is
that?
Yeah, of course. Now I don't remember if this was the case the first time. I kind of don't think it was. Survivors will now sometimes be notified where the generators are. They'll show up in red. And also, you now have candelabras that you can walk around with that make things more lit up. And you can place them anywhere you want. You can put them on the ground; they light up that area. You can put them on top of a gen. There's like an actual function, an interactable. You can put them on top of a gen, and that you could see them throughout the you could see the icon as survivors. So if somebody puts one of those on top of a gen, then you as a survivor will see that there's one floating up in the air. That means it's on top of a gen, so you know where a gen's at.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better
than the first iteration of it, but
yes, I think
They'll
that's
work
fair.
on getting it back to shit speed.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
an iterative process.
That's true. Yeah,
Nobody asked for this mode back. Nobody wanted this mode back, but here we are.
See, I think most people didn't ask for it back, but then when they mentioned it was coming back, suddenly you saw all these morons coming out saying, "Oh, cool, awesome, that was so fun the first time." It's like, no, it wasn't.
I love
And you're a
that
liar.
mode. I love playing that mode. It was
I got
the
so
best.
many kills.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, all we ever had were Legion players, and then who else had Killer Instinct based off power?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's gonna happen, I'm sure. That didn't happen to me yet today, but give it a day or two, and people will remember that. That's
it will.
Yeah.
They'll remember what the meta was, and then they'll go right back to it.
Yep. Yeah, I do like the modes that take away perks because that forces people to use just skill and their senses, their cognitive abilities. But I still find it silly that killers are just still showing the auras of where generators are. It's like, well, that's not really too dark for them then because they know exactly where to go still. But again, they have made it better for survivors this time. At least survivors can also more or less see where the gens are. And also, I don't know if this is the case the first time around. It might have been, but the gens already start with some progress on them, every one of them.
That's good. So at least you can hear the generators.
Exactly.
That's what they did for what was it?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I don't think it was a thing in the previous Lights Out mode, but I want to say there was a game. Why is there Donkey on the enchantment table?
I just put
want
him
to
in there.
say, I want to say there was a
He's
game mode they
enchanting.
released.
Don't
where-
interrupt him.
Yeah, I better not. And there was
He's performing donkey sorcery.
the worst kind.
Go ahead,
Not
Vic,
to be
what were you
confused
saying?
with ass sorcery, which is very
The
different.
best kind.
Oh.
Depending on the ass. But yeah, in one of the modes that they had in the past, they did have generators start with a little bit of progress, or maybe gain progress over time. I don't remember. 'Cause
It
I do
probably would have been
remember,
Lights Out then.
Yeah, I think that was the. I think it was the first iteration of Lights Out, but I don't think they started with progress. It was only over time.
Ah. Yeah, the killer... Go ahead, Alex.
All right, I have 2 pigs. This is the start of the Noah's Ark.
Yeah, whenever
Excellent.
here's a... I'll grab another one. I'm right next to one
Oh,
here.
I only
I'll bring
need
him
the
in.
2. I have enough carrots to make more.
Okay.
It's going to be an entire army of inbred pigs.
Before leaving Dead by Daylight, I let's see, I faced today a Pinhead, a Twins. Let's see, I'm trying to think who else this is really weird. I faced a Xenomorph on Ormond twice in a row.
Oh!
It's very rare that first of all, it's rare to get Xenomorph to begin with, but to get 2 in a row on the same map twice in a row, that's I can think of
Yeah,
like maybe one other time that's happened.
Yeah, that's a very rare instance to get a killer and a map back to back.
Yeah, it is. And on top of that, that was the 3rd time I had gotten Ormond in a row, but I backed out of the previous time because it was a Twins who was camping, so I was like, fuck this.
Ah,
So technically I got Ormond 3 times in a row.
that's messed up.
Yeah,
I like Ormond, but that's messed up.
I don't, so it's especially messed up for me. Easily one of my least favorite maps. Might be my least favorite map, to be perfectly honest.
But it's so lush and snowy.
I do like that it's different, but there's just like, the more I played the game, I realized there's just absolutely nothing horror related about this whatsoever. It's just like a bright white winter resort. What does that have to do with anything?
The thing
The
is,
desert map as well.
If they want a good horror snow map, they'd have to do a crossover with The Thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, that might happen someday. I don't know. I think what's holding them back is that obviously that would have to be a shape-shifting killer, and I think that'd be very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a shape-shifting killer. Dracula's in the game.
Well, I guess I shouldn't just say shape-shifting so much as takes on the form of humans.
Survivors.
Yes.
Right.
Which I think that could be, well, I don't know about the technical limitations, but I think
I feel
that could
like
be
it would
done. I think
have-
that could be fun.
It
The
could
thing that we always draw back to, though, is that while this could be done, it wouldn't be effective because Discord exists.
Yes.
It
true.
would be a killer designed entirely for solo queue players, and anybody else would easily counter it with communication, basic communication.
Yeah.
That's probably why it hasn't happened.
Yep.
Yeah, you remember when we played Among Us, we had to be muted outside of voting, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
There was the one time that I forgot to mute and I was the killer, so soon just heard me saying, "Oh, well, there goes Mike. I'll get clown next." And, it got in there and soon was just like, "Yeah, it's Alex, dumbasses."
But you were saying this to yourself? You were narrating openly, like out loud to yourself?
Yeah, it's recording. Why not?
Oh, of course.
Plus,
I
you
thought
know
you were
me.
just like,
When have I ever not got cocky in a position of power?
that became very apparent with that game. I remember it's like,
game-
wow, he's drunk with power on that one.
Well, DBD's the big one, where DBD every time. And DBD, though, I do it in large part because it's fun to do the blood, oh. Just because that's part of the fun with DBD. But yeah, you guys never got quite into the spirit of playing killer, with DBD. I think that was, really, I'm carrying the team there.
I have come to enjoy several killers quite a bit, but as always, I feel bad killing anybody unless it's somebody who's being an asshole. Which fortunately there's enough of them to make sure that it happens. But as I mentioned before, I've fallen into the trap of letting too many survivors go. So now my matchmaking is super low. So I'm facing very poor survivors, and I hate killing them because I'm way more advanced than they are.
Yeah, and that can get to the problem of making playing killer in the long term very uninteresting, because, like, how much thrill is there in chasing the baby dweets, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I was just thinking about that earlier today. I was watching... There's a YouTuber I watch named SageAM, who's mostly, like, fighting game YouTuber, but he, like, has a lot of... Why are you taking the pigs out of the pen?
I wasn't. I was trying to put the horse in it, and the pig slipped out like a little prick.
Okay, I've got carrots. I'll get them back in. I'll
right.
make a separate horse pen. Let me carve up the room for it.
We'll just have to make sure to shut the doors. If you go anywhere, Pink, make sure to shut the door. Otherwise, the horse might go running out somewhere.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Here's probably we would want a horse pen to be closest to the door anyways, because the horse we're gonna want access to easily.
It's a good spot for it.
But what was I going to say? Right,
We were talking about Dead by Daylight, and then go ahead. Oh yeah, you're a YouTuber or whatever. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and it was he had a video discussing the concept of, like, toxic over competitive players versus casual players just trying to have fun, and saying, like, where's the actual line here, yada yada yada. But it gets into talking about, okay, where is the line of what's fun? Is playing to win fun, or do you play for the big moments? Do you play for the, oh my god, that was so close, yada yada yada? Do you play for the moments of chaos, like, oh shit? And that made me then go back to thinking about Skyrim, because Skyrim, I've talked with you before about the level capping. And Skyrim's level capping, though, I remember I said to you, that I thought it was like Oblivion's level capping, where it's just straight up, enemies will always be the same level as you, regardless of context. And I looked into it and found out, no. There's level ranges they'll be in based on your level, but most enemies have a level cap they hit, and on top of that, it can sometimes be it's kind of like rubber band, like it's in the same boundary as you, it's level bounding almost, but sometimes an enemy will be way higher level than you. I was just thinking with Skyrim, like, I don't really have fun, like, if I delay doing Bleak Falls Barrow for too long, and I go and I play it, and it's like all the enemies are dying to a single hit, that's cool for the first 6 enemies, and then after that, Bleak Falls Barrow becomes about as mundane as it can be, and it's like, good God, just get this over with, hand me the fucking Dragonstone. And conversely,
fair enough.
Conversely, there are some times where, like, oh, hey, it's a Draugr, he probably won't be too bad. Oh, I can't get him. The most I can get him down to is 75% health, and that's using all my potions and all my scrolls and shit. Oh, okay, well, I'm leaving. Like, Skyrim boss fights are at their best for the ones that, like, I used most of my items, but I got them, right?
Yeah.
And I just think of how that relates, comparing single player to multiplayer, right?
Okay, yeah.
And DBD as a killer, you don't want, I just got flashlight fucked. But you also don't want, oh boy, it's all baby Dwights. Oh wow, I got a 4K in 10 seconds. You want, oh, these are some good survivors. Oh, what a thrill. Oh, I nearly got them. Or, oh, they nearly got me.
Yeah, as I've said a million times for Dead by Daylight, I prefer it when it feels like a fair, balanced match that could go either way all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it when one side is overwhelmingly good against the other side. I don't really find that especially fun on either as the person who's benefiting or the person who's suffering for it.
No. The horse is pinned up, but I don't have fences put in for him yet. So he's just... It honestly looks less like he's fenced in and more like he's manning a coffee stand.
That's fine. He's got to learn trade.
If you come in here, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
I just left, so let me walk back in there so I can see it.
Yeah, don't worry, it's no rush. You'll still be there when you get back.
He ain't going anywhere.
No. Oh, were the pigs ready to fuck again?
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh yeah, that's right. I put the beds
my
down.
spawn point set. Oh wait, I lost Alex. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over that way.
It's right near the door. You can go see him. He's probably offering a good deal on lattes today.
I
This
just
was
received.
great.
I guess technically we'd always leave him there. He doesn't really need a fence. Well, if we plan on using him ever, we do. I don't use horses
It'd
in
be
this game,
funnier
but
to
you guys
lock a
might want to.
villager up that way.
How do we bribe villagers to follow us?
I'm not sure you can. I don't know if you can lasso villagers either.
I was just gonna say.
That'd be
I've never tried.
hilarious, but also disturbing.
Yeah, it would. That's true.
Especially if you
Minecraft
drag
slave
them away
trade.
in front of their children.
That's actually what I did to the horse, but the horse will grow up fine. It was a little baby that seemed like it was still pretty new, and I just walked up like, yoink. I'll take this, thank you. Poor little baby horse. He'll grow up stronger as a result. His character.
He'll come back for revenge.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
Ugh. All right. What was I working on here? I was digging these tunnels wider for some purpose.
You were putting up the horse pen, and then that's last I heard.
Oh, yeah, well, the horse pen is done as much as it can be for now until we get the fences put in. We do need to put on a farm, though. I should look into that.
They would have to. Didn't you start to? But then maybe I don't know. Like I thought you
I had
started
that
one on the
little
inside, but I
crappy
guess
farm that you correctly pointed out wasn't really going to work right on our doorstep.
no.
Yeah, that was just a temporary one to get the seeds planted and growing.
I don't even know if it did that much. No, I mean I'm
It
perfectly.
did.
I'm not trying to criticize your efforts, but okay, all right, then something came of it.
Yeah, it did. It just not as probably should have more of a dedicated effort.
I would have no problem getting a helping to get a farm set up. I just now finished with a project over here that I was doing.
Does
Oh.
milk replenish hunger meter?
No, milk cures diseases and poisons. Well, there's no diseases in this game. I've got Skyrim on the brain. Milk cures poison.
Just like in real life.
Actually,
Or causes it if you drink bad milk.
It cures all debilitative effect. Okay, he kills himself because he can't drink milk, logically.
If I had to go the rest of my life not being able to drink milk, I'd kill myself too.
So, so like if an enemy, if a witch hits you with a splash potion with a debuff, you can drink milk and gone.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna try something real quick. Hang on a second. I might be a genius.
Son of a bitch!
I might be a genius. Hold up.
Fucking. Oh,
Hold up. Where'd it go? There it is.
Oh,
There it
I
is.
see.
Hang on.
that was because I was
Creeper.
backing away. I was backing away, killing several things that came at me at once, and I killed. I'd have to go back and look and see exactly what even happened. It was a creeper that was by a zombie. I was
Oh!
stabbing the creeper.
What have you done?
I don't. Okay, first of all, Alex, what were you reacting
Why
to?
is there a creeper in the earth?
There's two of
I
them.
see.
He
Fuck
looks
him
like-
then. Good. Let's
Oh, God!
cover up that motherfucker.
Ah,
Yeah, you too. Cover you up. Oh,
bury them
damn it.
alive.
I was trying to. Yeah, I was fighting. I was fighting a, one creeper, and then I was backing away, making sure that he wouldn't, blow me up or anything. And all right, Pick. I'll let you decide where you want the wood to go.
Yeah, he also broke the
but-
stairs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
The zombie bounced me into the creeper, or whatever, close enough towards it to where the creeper blew up. Anyway, it was very frustrating. Like I was handling it just fine, but then the stupid enemies bounced me together, and the creeper blew up.
Right. Yeah. I can still get in the bathhouse. We're good.
I just saw the patch job.
All right, well now I gotta go see it.
Oh, what the fuck?
You want it like that? I was gonna fill up the rest of it with dirt. You don't have to have
Dirt.
it looking. Yeah, I got dirt. You can get rid of that. Here, I'll
But
do it
birds
for you.
look so much better. No, leave it there.
You
leave
want it?
there.
All right.
I don't want it there.
All
In fact,
right,
I'm
then.
gonna dig up all your dirt and replace it.
It'll look more even if you do that.
See, this is why we
This
can't
is-
trust Pink with modern resources like the building wand, because he'll just use it to replace the fucking all the dirt in the world with birch wood.
I'm telling you, on my screen with my pack or whatever, the birchwood looks really good. Like I said, it looks like a nice shiny hardwood floor.
Now, on my screen, it looks like someone tried to make a floor out of white chocolate.
Oh, white chocolate's good.
For eating,
So
not
surely
walking
that'll-
on.
I was gonna say, well, surely that translates into the visuals of a video game, right? It's tasty, so why wouldn't it look good in a game?
I'm a dumbass. I just made a bunch of stairs when I already had stairs in my inventory.
It happens.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, that's right. I need to make a shovel.
My God, there's a lot of birch trees up here.
You know, feel free to tear them down. I know you wanna.
Don't you dare!
I am. Well, these ones actually had to go because I'm trying to dig down here. I'm trying to dig a hole here, and the trees get in the way.
Ah. Oh, stupid thing.
I do have a random ass torch in my inventory. I'm dropping that. I don't need that. Torches
God
are for
forbid you have a
weaklings.
torch.
Torches are pretty convenient to have.
If I really need a torch, I'll just ask you guys for one.
That was for me near the beginning of this. For fuck's sake.
Uh-oh.
Get some of this crap out of my inventory.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Oh, why are you talking about me?
No, I was digging a hole and my pickaxe broke, and I thought for a second I didn't have a backup pickaxe.
Yeah, I always try and go out. I'm defying that right as we speak, but I always try and go out with 2 pickaxes and 2 swords. Just in case.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've dug down to somewhere. God knows where. The fuck is this?
Where are you digging and why?
I want to put a farm on top of the mountain that we're built into, but I found a secondary cavern running through the mountain.
Good lord. We spawned in like the biggest cave complex ever.
Yeah. See, do you see me up here? Look up at the mountain.
I'm looking. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's a cavern
Is that
running
easily
through here. Yeah.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that area easily accessible from a door? Because otherwise, that'd be really kind of odd to put a farm where we couldn't easily reach it.
I'll be putting in like a staircase or something.
Isn't that still kind of prohibitive to put a farm where we have to go out of our way to get it? Like, wouldn't it be better just to put one like right outside our base, or even in our base with a skylight or something?
Yeah, but it's cool. It's more interesting.
I would prefer practicality to interesting. It's up to you. I can always put another one somewhere else, I guess.
Okay, so this, I see.
What are you doing there?
Well, I've dug straight down from the top to here.
Do you need help? Do you need me to be able to get you free, or what are you doing?
No, I'm trying to think of how to do this.
Okay. I'll let you and your weird architectural endeavors pan out.
Yeah, that's probably... Ah!
Or that. That can happen too.
Let my insides pan out all over the floor.
That's right.
Okay, so it is possible. I wanted that.
What's up, Nick?
The birchwood floor on the outside might have been a bit too close to the
Oh boy.
the fire.
Oh, no.
Well, lucky for you, I just got water. There we go. Yay!
Yeah, the day
Fire
is
out.
saved.
That was perfect timing. All right.
You're a firefighter now.
I am. I'm a fireman.
You're a public servant.
I am. I should get an achievement for that. Oh, I forgot they're
Yeah.
off.
We now own you.
Aw.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
public.
I'm on call.
What's really cool though is that the fire apparently murdered the crap out of the creeper down here, so we don't deal with that anymore.
That's good. That's good.
You embedded him in dirt, and they burned to death.
Good. That's what he gets, motherfucker.
That's horrible.
It is kind of horrible when you think about it, but he didn't mean us any good.
He would have done the same to us.
You know he would have.
Oh.
At least it wasn't like the horse or something.
Yeah, that would have been pretty awful, but Mike.
I wasn't even trying to do it. That's just
You-
unfortunate fate.
You put that creeper through a Hawaiian pig roast.
Like I said, that's what he gets for being a jerk. He wouldn't be there if he hadn't tried to come after me.
This is true.
If he was just out there minding his own business, he'd still be alive.
He's got no one but himself to blame.
That's true.
Oh shit. Okay. Ugh.
I keep feeling like there was something else I was going to say about Dead by Daylight, and I can't remember what it would have been.
You're gonna talk about which killer you'd want to fuck.
That happens pretty much every day on some form somewhere. Reddit's, Reddit's
It's
just
20
as bad.
o'clock someday in the world, somewhere in the world.
Yeah. Probably be artist, by the way.
Skull
Yeah.
Merchant.
Skull Merchant's, she's at least a human being.
This is very true.
Yeah. And she's got that junk. I forgot about that big gumpy.
Exactly.
I completely forgot about that.
Brazilian.
This is
Wait,
I
Skull
swear to
Merchant
God.
actually Brazilian?
Yes.
Oh, of course. So, first Brazilian killer, give her an enormous ass. Good lord.
First Brazilian survivor, too.
That's also true.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thalita, she's got a big old butt.
Oh, good lord.
This is what I'm about to say is legitimately, honestly true. My cousin, at one point, about probably let's say maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, he was out walking around at night with his girlfriend, and some random black guy just like walked out from like around a corner of whatever neighborhood they were walking down, and he walked up to my cousin. And he was like, "Here, man, take these." And it was a couple of porno DVDs. My cousin was like, "You want me to take these?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, go ahead and keep them. Do whatever you want with them." And then he wandered off. He just walked away. And my cousin turned to my girlfriend. He was like, "Well, okay." And I swear to God, like, not only is that true, my cousin is he's all kinds of crazy things, but he is not a liar. He's a straight up and up guy. So if he tells me this is crazy, it is. I believe it. But when he got home, and was able to see him in the light, he said that one of the DVDs was oh God, I want to make sure I get it right. Big Brazilian bubble butt orgy.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Now, Hank, this is where you say, okay, now where do you run into this guy?
Where do I find this man?
I asked him. I said, "Well, did he say anything regarding why he was out there with pornos or whatever?" He said, "No. He just said, here, take these." And I was like, he said, "I wasn't gonna argue."
What was that? My wife is coming back from her church. These need to go.
That's the best I can think of, is that maybe he just had some great need to suddenly be free of them. Maybe he even stole them from somewhere or something, and somebody was onto him, and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't have them. Look."
There's a buddy.
Or he was
there's
he was having a
buddy of his
crisis of conscience.
This is just simply too much big booty. This should not be allowed.
This is more booty than even I can withstand.
Not an issue with porn, but an issue with the booty. No one man should have all this booty.
This is too much even for me to handle.
I've gone too far.
Yeah. I have encountered. I don't know if this is enough of an urban legend for you guys to have heard about it, but have you guys ever heard about finding porn in the woods?
No. That sounds
I've
Really?
never heard of any such thing.
Wow. That's either an older
Where's
thing
this
or a
Santa
Midwest
Claus of
thing.
porn?
Yeah, I legitimately, on multiple occasions, in fact, there were back. I used to live not too far from some train tracks. I was less than half a mile away from some train tracks, and I would take them down a ways, a few blocks, to go see my friend. He lived on the other side of the train tracks, and we would often go down to like the trestle, the overpass, whatever you want to call it, where there was like a really cool stream where we could fish for crawdads, crayfish, whatever. And more than one time, we were out there and we just found just like legitimately just a discarded Playboy book. Or usually just as often a less reputable one like a Hustler, Penthouse, OUI. That was for the really discerning fucking like weirdo porn hounds. And we always thought it was the strangest thing. And then my aforementioned cousin, he talked to me about it once. He was like, "Yeah, in this state park over here, not too far from where he lives." He was like, "Yeah, I found some porn." I was like, "I found porn in the woods before," and we just got to debating like, is there just some like weird madman who's just running around, just like leaving porn at random places at random intervals in the woods? And we never had an answer, probably never will, but we chalked it up as just that's a weird coincidence. And then the Red Letter Media guys in a recent episode, one of them mentioned it, and as he was mentioning it, one of the other co-hosts turned to him and he said, "I was going to say the same thing. You found woods porn too?" And they started talking about it. So then I went online to look at it, and there's actual websites dedicated to this weird urban legend that actually has truth to it, of people just randomly finding porn books out in the woods.
That is teenagers getting their hands on a Playboy or a Hustler and dumping it in the woods after they've used it. So
either that, yeah, yes, that was definitely my guess as well. That would be my first assumption. When you're a kid, you don't think of stuff. Well, you probably do think of stuff like that as a kid, but as a kid, it's not enough to stop you from turning the pages.
Yeah.
As long as you don't like go licking on them or whatever, you're probably okay. Avoid the pages that are stuck together.
Yeah. Unless you're into that, I guess.
Right. Motherfucker.
They've been a problem for you today.
Yeah, I am kind of building up by, out in the darkness or whatever.
Oh, it's dark and rainy.
Oh, it's rainy now. That must have just started, actually. Well, there went a whole bunch of fucking effort.
But you didn't lose your shit.
No, that much is true.
Physically, I mean. Mentally, that's a different question.
Yeah, I was just thinking of how to make that into a joke as well.
I'm losing my shit right now!
Yeah, there really are a lot of trees out here. A lot of overhanging shrubbery and so forth that I need to start to sort out over time.
In front of the home, or just out there in general?
Kind of off to the side of our main entrance. There's just lots and lots of overgrowth, and enemies seem to be hiding in them. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not sure why Pink sounded almost kind of mocking there. Like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure, Mike. Sure, that's what you think.
Now, in terms of stuff that actually fucking matters, let's get back to me.
Oh, yeah, speaking of me, I forgot. I was planning to do something or test something out real quick.
I was about to ask, yeah.
Everybody pay attention to me and only me. I'm about to embark on a journey into mystery.
What's that?
Or I've acquired the rotten meat, I've eaten the rotten meat, and I'm drinking milk.
Oh.
And it cured me!
Yes, it does.
Nice.
Amazing!
Yeah, it is okay to eat human flesh as long as you follow it up with milk.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Doesn't that waste the milk, though?
Milk's
Maybe,
pretty well infinite replacement.
But what's really important here is that the rotten flesh does replenish all my meat bars here, so I'll just keep milking the cows, eating my rotten flesh, and I will never ever again have to worry about being hungry.
Oh, okay. Don't mind me.
I have successfully made zombies worth a damn. How do I turn this into a business?
I don't know. It'd be great if you could go, like, take a zombie, and go, like leash him and go trade him for some kind of goods with the villagers. That'd be cool. I don't know what use they'd have for him, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, they've got carrots and bread. What do they need human flesh for?
there's got to be a cannibal villager somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, just the odds alone.
Alex, what is your favorite Batman animated series villain?
Oh, Jesus. See, the issue is that
Jesus is in the Batman cartoon as a villain?
Yeah, and a villain. That's the crazy
That
part.
was a real twist. Nobody saw that coming.
No,
Dumb joke,
Batman,
but I
I
had to
must
take it.
save the souls of all the criminals. No, I'm gonna kill them all.
That Batman is a famous killer.
Yeah, they need to die. Batman. I am wearing hockey pads. It's just reverse Batman. He is wearing hockey pads. You
I'm
would give it
wearing
to a
hockey
regular
pads.
citizen.
You would give it to... I would give it to Anderson. It's just my favorite line because it's such an awkward thing to say. Who calls him citizen? Like,
Yeah, it's
wouldn't it-
like oddly like
You wouldn't give it to a regular guy.
It's ripped from like Adam West Batman almost.
Yeah. Yes,
You wouldn't
you're
give it
right.
to a
Yes.
regular citizen.
Yes. There you go. That's what makes it seem so weird. It's just it's anachronistic.
Yeah.
But go on. Sorry, I cut you off with the cartoon bit.
Oh boy, well that almost was a mercy. Because the thing is, like, you could almost call me a fake fan because I've actually probably only watched 6 or 7 episodes of the Batman animated series. Other than that, I've actually watched way more of the Justice League animated series, which does not feature the Batman villains very much because by that point DC was saying, no, we'll let you keep Batman, but other than that, all the Batman folk, like, we don't want you diluting the new hot The Batman license from the new cartoon.
Yeah.
Which, of course, it sucked, because it's like, well, I don't hate the Batman. I quite liked The Batman versus Dracula. That was a fun movie. But it's not as good as Bruce Timm and Paul Dini's work.
I've never seen the Batman show.
The Batman versus Dracula is a very fun movie that is just, it's very simply Batman versus Dracula and Batman dealing with Dracula in his Batman usual ways, while Dracula is very much an outside context problem for all of Gotham, where everyone else is like, what the fuck? Because I have to emphasize for Mike's sake here, that despite being kind of marketed as a children's cartoon, it was not handled as a children's cartoon. It was one of those things.
That's
where,
what
like,
I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of blood, but like, okay, well, it's drawn as black blood instead of red, so somehow the censors were like, okay, that's fine. And Dracula, we're talking like proper Bram Stoker's Dracula. We ain't talking Hammer horror Dracula. We're talking like Predator of the Night, creepy towards women, like has like, he turns Penguin into his new Renfield, and so on.
I'm fine with all that, other than just wondering why there's Batman. I'm sorry, why there's Dracula and Batman.
Dracula is present in both the Marvel and DC universes.
Oh, okay. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, I mean, Blade fights him all the time.
Yeah, but Blade is all about vampires, though. That's his big thing. Wasn't Batman supposed to be more or less rooted in realism?
No.
Relatively speaking? Okay.
That's I love The Dark Knight. I will forever curse Christopher Nolan for associating Batman as super gritty, realistic superhero where there's no superpowers or superhumans at all. It's just Batman using money to fight terrorists, and it's like, no.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I guess the first Burton movie did the same thing. Maybe it started with that.
Yeah, but in that movie, Joker also has a revolver that's as long as his leg and has gas on people's faces to freeze and contort into smiles.
I guess it's still not like magic, though.
I don't know, Joker gas is pretty close to magic.
It's chemical.
Yeah, it's science fiction, but still.
I suppose. I mean, yeah, but I mean, a vampire. That's an extra layer. I feel.
I think there's beyond just whether or not magic comes into Batman, which generally magic does, but they've just never done that in the movies. But beyond that, the thing about Dracula versus Batman or Batman versus vampires, which does not happen super often, but it happens enough, is that Batman has a lot of the vampire aesthetic going on just by himself, really.
Yeah, true enough.
And that is a lot of what Batman vs. Dracula leans into.
All right. Whoa, we need more storage. Oh, there's a bunch more.
Yeah,
I don't know who... Yeah, go ahead.
Pink, there's also a bunch of spare pickaxes I made from the enchanting table. They're in that chest.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about those.
That.
Yeah, they're near the garbage hole.
Garbage hole?
I'll be taking one pickaxe because I need it.
Is this a garbage hole?
Yeah.
Alex,
No,
I need you to come here and step in a hole real quick.
I've already done that. I've dug my way out.
I have two, which actually makes me think of something here. I'm going to do something real quick to make that less likely to happen. There we go.
Stone pickaxe with efficiency of 1. I'll take it.
It's actually efficiency +1 for all intents and purposes.
Ah, I don't know what that means.
It digs
I'm
more
not gonna
harder.
notice what it means. It digs more hard.
Every now and then I
Can
can catch you off guard.
The horse.
What?
Can I give rotten meat to the horse?
No, you couldn't give
Why
fresh
would you
meat.
want to?
You couldn't give fresh meat to the horse, so why would you give rotten meat to the horse? Do you just
doesn't
We don't know what he likes.
do you just want to give the horse E. coli? Like, have you just abruptly decided, man, fuck this horse?
No, he looks lonely.
So you're going to give him meat.
Yeah,
How does A lead to B?
I don't know.
You, sir, look lonely. Here's some human flesh.
He needs to pick me up.
Imagine you're being with the person that you're consuming. That's someone's fetish.
Oh, yeah. There have been a couple people who have paid somebody online, paid somebody they met online to come and kill them and eat them. Yeah, actually,
Wow.
like I want to do this, and obviously that person who did it would be arrested, but it does kind of I don't know. I mean, brings up a couple ethical questions, I guess.
That's messed up.
And
It
nobody
is.
told Jeffrey Dahmer about this.
Yeah, no, he could have made some money with it.
He
Yeah.
could have made a killing.
Yeah.
Oh!
All right, I've deepened and somewhat widened the alpaca enclosure. I'm going to widen it up a little bit more. I'm sick of these guys all gathering up in a
Oh,
pile.
there's another alpaca villager out here in the yard.
Really?
Yes.
Do they have alpacas with them?
Yes, he does.
I could use more rope, so if you want to kill them, let me know. Otherwise, I'll go out and do it.
I'm good. I'm good to kill him. I just don't know how to wrangle the alpaca after I've done the deed.
Oh, I guess you do have to have other leads ready when you do that, don't you, Alex?
I think so.
I'll go help you then.
The alpacas don't really run for it. You can just pick up the lead that the guy drops.
Oh wait, he just dropped the lead. I
Oh.
didn't even have to kill him for it because the lead on the llama snapped naturally, I guess.
Oh.
But, now it's time for him to die.
He probably heard us and he was like, no, here, take it. You don't have to kill me.
No, you misunderstand. We do want the rope, but we also want the thrill of taking a life. What was that
Coming
card
along.
from? What was that bit from Cards of Humanity? Cards Among Humanity is the simple thrill of strangling a vagrant to death, or something like that.
I don't remember that. I remember Obama being in a garbage can a lot. Remember that was a very big thing.
We turned him into Grover. Not Grover. Oh shit! What is the name
Oh,
of the garbage muppet?
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. We turned him into right. In order. Latest news reports say. I remember what it was. Latest news reports say that to secretly take a relief from the stresses of the White House. Obama relaxes himself by living in a trash can.
Yeah, I remember that particular setup coming up like 4 times. We kept on adding to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to imagine if the trash can is still on the White House front lawn.
I just assumed it was on like some weird dump. Yeah, yeah. He didn't even go very far from his very comfortable office home. He just, I need to get out of here. Go across the yard and go sit in that dumpster.
The Secret Service is just standing there watching the dumpster.
It's a realistic scenario. I don't see why not.
Yeah. Oh, that was good shit.
Yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun. That and Castle Crashers and, you mentioned it earlier, Among Us. We'll have to play that again sometime. It's been a while for all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, except for Castle Crashers, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now these guys are a little bit more spread out, these alpaca bastards.
Extra fucking alpaca motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, they were annoying me about how they all just bunched up together in a very, very irritating way.
Well, that's how the alpaca's supposed to work.
I guess that's true. Oh my good god, what the- whoa, shit! They're all shooting out! I opened the- what? Holy shit!
Oh, good lord!
Did you see that?
God.
How many
alpacas did you have stuffed in there?
Apparently all of them. I opened it for a second, and they shot out like screaming diarrhea. I mean, they flew out. I've never seen them move that fast.
You did the fucking can of snakes gimmick, but with alpacas.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. I gotta undo everything I just fucking did now.
Good lord. Guys, how many alpacas do we need?
That's
Yes.
true. I guess from this point forth, whenever I see another merchant, I'll just kill him and take the rope. Then I'll leave the alpacas alone.
They'll
See,
never
look at
survive
them
on their own. This is the merciful thing to do.
Is that all of them? Did we get them all? I think so.
Maybe. Lock it up.
Let's see. I will count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an odd number. There should be another one somewhere. If we find him, we'll deal with him then.
I just thought...
I thought I found him, but it's a pig and a donkey in a corner.
What were you saying, Alex?
I just thought of you guys doing the Shawshank, like, opening monologue from the warden, but to the llamas.
Oh!
Your souls
The
belong to
pig.
God. Your asses belong to me.
Belongs to me. Haha, fuck you guys.
So the
Sit back
pig
there.
can jump over into the pen with the horse.
The pigs can jump over fences?
Not over fences.
They can't over blocks, though.
Oh.
Yeah, he's small enough to fit in between the holes in the wall here to go
Oh.
move the horse. It's funny.
What is this giant wooden thing being built in the middle of our base?
Don't question it.
I
You
kind
know,
of have
I
to,
thought
though.
it would be nice to have a stairway that kind of lead, and then there have a big chamber in the center. But clearly,
Yeah,
we need some fucking birch wood in the goddamn center of our dwarf fucking fortress.
I'm
Don't worry
with
about
Alex. I'm with Alex on this one. I like the open space. I kind of miss it already.
All right, where's that flint and steel?
For what? What, are you gonna blow it up? Or are you
Yeah.
gonna blow us up?
I would advise you
Yeah.
to simply, at the very least, if you need to see some flame, I would advise you to burn it down rather than blow it up, considering it's in the center of our house.
Could
Oh,
that
it'll be
start
fine.
stuff like our chests on fire? Because
No.
those are made of wood.
I hope
okay.
not.
No,
Yeah, I would hope not.
Anything that's like an actual, like, advanced, like, piece of furniture, like a chest, crafting table, those are non-flammable. Even if
Okay.
they're made out of wood visually, and in the crafting process, for all intents and purposes, they might as well be stone.
Okay. Then I'm not as worried. That must have been a glitch or something when all these alpacas came flying out, because now they're not doing it. I mean, he just like streamed out. It really
Well,
was like
what
one of those
it
sand
is-
snakes.
You're trying to put new alpacas in. Remember, alpacas are coded to follow other alpacas.
Oh, that's
So
what it would have
you were
been then.
bringing in those new alpacas, and the alpacas were like, "New alpacas!
Well, I don't know though.
Holy shit!"
Well, I guess I do have a thing of water here in case it's got a control. I can still be a fireman. I'll do it now preemptively. In the Aqua Teens episode where Shake's little son shows up, it winds up not being his son, but the little tiny mini Shake. He sounds like a little child, and so one of the things he says is something along the lines of like, "Yay, yay! I'm your son, you my daddy. I'm gonna be a fireman." I just can't help thinking of that. Look, guys, my fellow Minecraft players. I'm a fireman. Yay! I got my water. I'm gonna put out fires. Yay!
So I just watched an episode yesterday. Have you ever seen the episode where Frylock makes a robot girlfriend for Shake?
I don't think I have. Doesn't quite sound familiar. I can think of other ones involving robots, but not one where he makes one for Shake.
So the gimmick of the episode is that Frylock wants to get Shake out of his hair. So he makes a robot girl and programs her to like all the things Shake does. Which is apparently, well, how they meet, which presumably Frylock drops her off for this, but nonetheless, how they meet is Shake goes to do his preferred hobby, which is going out to the park and then feeding ducks, well, putting a fucking, like a funnel, forcing a funnel down a duck's mouth and then pouring baking soda and some other substance in there to make the duck explode. And the robot girl shows up, and she's also got a funnel and baking soda, and it's like, oh, that's so funny. I also like making ducks explode. But she's like she's this beautiful woman that, like, by all means should not have a weird sadistic hobby. I mean, it's possible for beautiful women to be sadists, but as a general rule, they're not the degree of societal outcast that enjoys torturing small animals.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, so Shake and her get together, and then Shake keeps swearing to Meatwad and Frylock that him and her are having, all the sex all the time. Which, of course, the viewer's inevitably going to go like, Shake?
You don't have the parts, right?
No, yeah, he's a fucking milkshake cup.
Oh, well, that too. I thought you meant the robot.
But
yeah, there have been other moments where Shake said something like, I did all of the girls and the booty or whatever, and
yeah.
Shake will be like, how? With what?
Yeah.
He just, looks down at the ground.
But either which way, later on, Shake is like proudly showing his quote-unquote sex tape to Meatwad, and it turns out that his idea of sex is to jump up and down on the bed while the girl just sits off in a fucking chair, making vague moaning noises while she reads a magazine. So then the robot becomes self-aware and realizes she's not a sociopath and that she hates Shake.
You're right.
So she gets with Carl on the promise that Carl will kill Shake in exchange for sex. And it shows later on, because Carl likes Meatwad and Frylock a lot more than Shake. For whatever reason, Carl's like, hey, Meatwad, hey, you little meat thing, you want us both to do it at the same time?
I've noticed that Carl's dislike of the Aqua Teens tends to be secondary to his interest in having freaky sex. There's been a couple episodes where that seems to have been established.
Yeah, and they also make it inconsistent. Like, no matter what, he's always kind of ambivalent about Fry, if not actually outright liking him. He always despises Shake on some level. Meatwad, they change it from episode to episode. Because some episodes, like, Meatwad walks in and Carl's pretty well like, get the fuck out of my house, you little fucking freak. And in other episodes, Meatwad comes in and it's like, hey, Meat Man, hey, yeah, I got a new car, let's check it out.
Yeah. I think Carl's maybe just like when he really loves something, it seems like he sort of forgets that he hates the rest of those characters.
Yeah, it's almost like he wants to show off.
Yeah.
And if there's anyone out of the Hunger Team, like Shake or Frylock, don't necessarily enjoy people showing things off. Either one of them could get pissed and in response do something horrible to Carl. Meatwad never really gets mad about somebody showing something off. Meatwad will actually just unironically go like, "Yeah, the Carl, that cool."
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he's like, "Hey, Meat Man, let's both do this girl at the same time." And Meatwad, as always, kind of innocently ignorant. Okay. And then it cuts to them showing the sex tape for that. And it's just Meatwad and Carl are jumping up on the mattress both at the same time.
That's great.
Which, for one thing, implies that apparently Carl, all this time, for the horny fucker that he is, also does not know what sex is. And for another thing, it's followed up by Meatwad then saying, like, "Well, I was gonna save myself for marriage, but I just couldn't turn down the offer." And Carl's just bragging to Frylock, "Hey, man, we both did it at the same time. Yeah! High five, Fryman!" And Frylock's like, "No."
Whatever. That is pretty great. I know there was when you first. I was kind of delighted for a second when you were about to say. I thought you were going to refer to the episode where Frylock builds a robotic set of legs for himself because he wants to. He wants to appear, I guess, relatively human enough to seduce the. Oh, what is she? She's a computer repair woman that comes to their house to fix his computer, which he keeps unplugging so she can keep coming over to fix it. It's like this frumpy ass looking woman with like a really like awkward giant pear shape. Like she's thin up top and then has like this unusually wide ass and hips. And she comes over, she's like, okay, where's the computer? And he's like, oh, why don't I walk with my legs over here to show you? I find it to be it's actually possibly my favorite episode of the show because it makes Frylock like unusually uncharacteristically desperate. He eventually finds out that it's already implied that it's already set up rather that he knows who her boyfriend is, and he goes to start stalking her at a restaurant when she's eating food with this guy, and the guy kind of gets in Frylock's face and he's like, "Hey, stay away from my girlfriend." And Frylock just within a few seconds winds up just blowing him up. And then she runs out in terror, and so then Frylock scoops up the pieces and makes himself like a dead corpse suit of that guy, so he
Jesus
can further
Christ.
trick her. Yeah, he like puts on his body parts, and they're all mangled and shit with bones and like gristle sticking out. He's like, "Hey, it's me, baby. I'm still here. I'm still your boyfriend. Let's get together." And she's like, "I don't know. Something's different." It's I see. I love it because it just it makes Frylock seem very psychopathically unusually like a lame-o, and I adore
things
it.
that ordinarily the episode's villain would do.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. Frylock is normally like an up and up, heroic character. There have been several episodes that paint him as being a very desperate loner, not loner rather, but single guy. So it has been suggested in the past, but this is the most direct that he's ever really, really gone so far about it. And I have learned that the vast majority of fans despise it for that reason. It is often, pretty much regularly, considered to be one of the worst episodes ever. Whenever I look it up. And I find that very disappointing, which is why I thought, oh, cool, Alex likes that one too. But apparently it's one that you haven't seen yet.
It. No.
It's great.
I think it bugged people because it's like Chef in South Park's role is he's the relatively sane character that when stuff is going just completely nonsensical, Chef goes, "Oh, this ain't right."
Yes.
And Frylock,
Yeah.
Frylock serves that role most of the time, except for the episodes where he just kind of gets lazy or just does. Usually when Frylock does something weird or crazy, they'll call attention to it. Like I've pointed out with one of my favorite gags in the entire show is when Frylock accidentally eviscerates all of Carl's body except for the head. And
it turns him into eyeballs.
He turns him into eyeballs first, which is of course extremely painful. Then he puts him on an RC truck, and then after After that, he builds the horrible robot cyborg death machine body with machine guns and rocket launchers.
Oh, right,
And
right.
Frylock's like, with this setup, Carl could take over the entire country and will be entirely invincible, able to kill at his leisure. And then Shake just simply says, "And you're gonna plug him
Turn it
in?"
on? Yeah.
And Frylock says, "Oh damn, you're right. What was I thinking?"
Right.
Like, I love so much of that gag. Like, simultaneously, like, I love that it plays on the characters by entirely inverting both Frylock and Shake, where Shake would ordinarily be the one who's stupid enough to do something like this. And yet Shake's
Yeah, he'd
the
be
one
all
like,
for it.
yeah, and this one, Shake's like, "Are you fucking stupid? We can't trust Carl with that responsibility."
Yeah.
He's a funny Jersey guy, but he's also kind of a psycho. Frylock why has Frylock just decided that Carl deserves these powers? Why would he come up with the idea to begin with?
I guess it was a matter of him thinking, okay, well, I've replaced him now to the point where he's like super upgraded. Now he'll be fine. And then you realize that, yeah, wait a minute, this is way too much of an upgrade. What am I doing?
I love that also Frylock went through all that, but all it took to turn him off of the idea was Shake saying, "Why?" And Frylock goes, "Wait, yeah, why?"
Long time working on it without stopping to think about what he was doing. I guess it was he was too impassioned in the project. He was his genius was taking over.
Doing it too much for the love of the game.
Right.
Oh man. But yeah, I could see the complaints where like it would say like the rare moments where Frylock is the dumb asshole of the group don't mean as much when you have like if you have him be the dumb asshole more regularly or for a longer stint like that.
I can see why. I mean, the people complaining about it, you know, were totally correct. This is absolutely not in his character, and I guess it just comes down to, do you think that's funny or do you not? Whereas I got a huge kick out of it.
Yeah, I think having just one episode where Frylock goes nuts is fine.
Yeah, there was
if it became a trend and he became like fucking Cartman all of a sudden, then that'd be a problem.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'd be obviously completely against that. There was an episode where Carl gets this nasty. I think it's just straight up made clear that she's a prostitute, and he gets her over to. It's the same one as the science fiction episode. He has some hair. He finds like a hair piece, and it turns out to actually be an alien that sticks itself to his head and can control his thoughts. And but he doesn't know that. He just thinks it's an awesome, set of free hair. So he puts it on, and now he's all like, "Hey, yeah, now I'm cool. Now I'm gonna get a girl," that kind of thing. And he gets this prostitute, and she's this nasty looking hag, and she coughs in a way that I can't even imitate right now because it's a very wet, nasty cough. And he gets her in his house, and he starts like glomming onto her. I actually mentioned this before, like the sounds he makes when he starts grabbing on her. He's like, and he's doing this on her, like she's on his sofa, and he's like grabbing on her and doing that. And outside the window, you see the Aqua Teen's watching, and Shake says, "Take off her shirt," and then Frylock says, "Come on, man, shut up. She's gonna do it." So Frylock sits up.
Which I have to reiterate again for Pink's sake that this is not what Frylock does in most of the show.
He's normally the mature, responsible character.
That's the idea that not only would he be this way, but he'd apparently have low enough standards,
Exactly.
And like, Frylock's a fucking turbo genius with an extremely deep voice. It's like, couldn't he reasonably do better?
Yeah, he's actually voiced by a smooth black man.
Yeah.
And his character completely comes across that way as well. He's a nerd and, and a geek, and obviously, clearly, there's as I said, there's the occasional episode where he's portrayed as being, like a virgin loser, whatever they're trying to portray, just like a complete goon who's bad around women. But, yeah, in this particular episode, it shows that, I guess, like you said, his standards are so low that he doesn't even care. It's just some nasty, sleazy prostitute, but he's that excited to see her, see her with her shirt off. And at that point, Carl sees that they're out there, hears her or whatever. He's like, "Hey, you get out of here!" And then the prostitute's like, "Cough, cough, let him watch." Or no, she says, "See if they'll join us." To which Carl's like, "Oh, hey, I knew I hit the jackpot with you." Once again, demonstrating that if it's like a sex thing or if it's something that he's excited about, he's perfectly okay with the idea of the Aqua Teens being around.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a geez. That now that I think about it, that's actually really one of the better episodes because again, that's got my favorite science fiction line in it. So that's a good one.
when I think of Carl trying to seduce a woman or a bad prostitute, I always think of, yeah, so I got a song here. It's called "I'm Gonna Rock Your Body Till the Break
Oh,
of
that's
Dawn."
the same one. That's the prostitute he's singing it to.
Oh,
You might have
okay.
seen it then. You just forgot the other details. That's exactly what he's doing. That just before he jumps on her and starts doing the. It's probably one of those things to where it's like with me. You remember some things from the episode, and then you need to be reminded of the other stuff to be like, oh yeah, actually I do know that one.
Well, it also gets screwed because, like, did I see someone else edit in a clip? Because that's one of the funniest moments of the show. So that's one that people are gonna bring up.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. You can by all means replicate it if you want. I won't because I'd be bad at it.
No,
His
I
song.
think I pretty well put it just simply. I mean, it speaks for itself almost. Just simply that the idea that this hard working class Joyzy guy. Hey, I got a song for you. I write for all the ladies. Is called "I'm Gonna Rock Your Body Till the Break of Dawn," and he just sings repetitively that phrase.
Actually, if I recall, well, that could be it. But what I remember, and I could be wrong about this. My memory is that it's just like a bunch of generic like wee wow willy willy.
Oh right, he mouth guitars.
Yeah, but I feel like what you're talking about did happen though. So now I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there was another episode where he did it.
Doesn't
I wouldn't put it past the character.
The mouth guitars with "Rock Your Body." Wow, to break it dawn. Wow.
Yeah. He says, he says that he wrote the song, and he does say like it's called. Okay, I think if I remember right, I think he says that he wrote her a song, and then he does the the mouth guitar thing, and then I think it's after that that he says something like it's called I Want to Rock Your Body. Parentheses to the break of dawn, and then I think it's in response to I think that's how it goes. Yeah. And then she says something like, "Oh, that's great," and then he immediately says, "I'm going to rock your body," and then just jumps on her. And Pink must be off doing some other thing because Aria's just standing there.
How did you know?
You get
Where are
no.
you?
I often. Yeah. I often wonder why you want to play these games with us, because you wind up just stopping and then disappearing.
Well, I've got other things going on, and it's not that I'm not having a fun time playing the game. The game is all right. But even if I'm not playing the game actively, I'm still having a fun time hanging out with you guys.
Okay, well that's what counts, because I see you do that a lot. You'll be standing there for a while. Like the other day, I didn't say anything about it, but when you were building your bathhouse, you were in there for like another half hour or whatever, just standing there. And I thought, well, man, I hope this just isn't like lame for him and boring.
I think what it is Pink's got he's got out his little notepad and he's taking notes from Carl's methods.
Right, yeah.
I would say that it works for him, but he didn't wind up getting laid. That is, however, because of the hairpiece. It winds up like turning him into a clown or something like that. And he's like, "What? We'll get this thing off my head."
Aqua Teen always keeps you guessing.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the things I really love about the show is that you really don't know where it's going to go in any given direction. Certain character traits are always the same, but like what happens in the episode, who knows? That could go anywhere.
Yep. A show that makes South Park look predictable.
I suppose, yeah, it really kind of does. Yeah, it's a very irreverent show. It's just random nonsense a lot of the time, which is fine because I like that. All right. Whatever happened with you building up the area that you intended to build for the farm? Because I've been working on what I plan to. Okay. Oh, I haven't looked. I didn't know if you had already gotten it done or if you were. I didn't know what was going on. I have been.
I bought Cass's farm a little while ago, I think.
I don't have a farm yet. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't me.
That's the one I'm making.
Is this this is yours. I see.
Yeah, there will apparently be 2, which is fine. That's just more stuff for everybody.
I like food.
Food's good. I had a little bit of food before I started playing.
I'm gonna drink this milk and fetch some water. What'd you have for food?
Some chicken ramen.
I don't like ramen.
Really? I thought
Really?
it was just the spaghetti because you didn't like the sauce falling off the noodles.
That is also the case, but I'm not a fan of the instant ramen. Which it really sucks if I ever go broke. That would suck because
Yeah,
I'd have
it's
to
the
rely on
world's
that.
cheapest food.
Yeah, it's like 59 cents or something like that.
Yeah, honestly, something like that. I bought a box that's got like 20 of them or something like that. And it's I think $3. So
Right?
get it in bulk, and it's like barely more than a quarter a bag or quarter a serving, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is commonly joked to be the the college students' food,
Yeah.
which I can attest that happens sometimes.
Oh yeah.
My girlfriend and I back in college, we lived for a while on like ramen and ice cream sandwiches, and it took me a while, but I eventually started being able to eat ice cream sandwiches again.
I
I
just
like
don't
the
like
sound of
them.
ice cream sandwiches.
I do love ice cream sandwiches. I just got sick of them there for a while because that was the most exotic ice cream we could afford.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nighttime. I forgot.
That it is. A correct observation of the sky, sir.
Man, I was
You-
looking at the ground.
Oh
Somebody
no! How,
punched me in the ass. That's how I learned.
you figured out that it was the night by staring at the ground. My God! He's a witch. Kill him!
Witchcraft.
Kill him!
Let's see. Do we have any? We have a sheep somewhere, don't we? No, we don't. Thought we did at
Why
some
would
point.
we ever have a sheep?
I want to shear one so we can have enough cloth or wool, that is, to make a third bed so we can all pass this stupid night.
Oh, that would be smart. I think I put some cloth in the chest a little while ago.
Oh, we might.
No, not cloth. Wool, and I did not because I've
Oh.
still got wool on me. So
We might have enough. Hang on.
I'm running home as fast as I can, but I can't run very fast because I'm hungry.
If I remember correctly, the wool doesn't have to all be the same color in order to make a bed out of it. Putting that possibility to the test now.
Where's the main lobby?
Lobby?
I found it. Hello.
Gotta check in with the concierge.
Oh wait, do you need to... That can't be right. Maybe you do need all the wool to be the same color. That would be kind of stupid.
Yeah, it would. Here, have some
Oh.
wool.
White is what I need, though, so that actually works perfectly.
Actually,
What's
it
up,
does need to
Alex?
be the same color because you can make colored beds.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Well, they should allow us to mix and match so we can have, like, I don't know, checkerboard beds or something.
Yeah! I want to sleep on a chessboard.
Are you sure?
Maybe. I've never tried it. It could be fun. What if I'm missing out?
Hey, you could say the same about crack.
That's true.
That's a very good point. Let's get some crack.
You've convinced me.
I feel pretty good in being able to say that I legitimately don't know anyone who would be able to supply me with crack.
Me either.
I'll be down in just a moment.
All right.
You should come down faster.
Yeah, less
I
than
can
a
agree
moment.
with that.
Hey!
I can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms.
Did that... Oh, how did...
I'm
Oh,
pretty
because you
sure Alex
died.
is dying.
Yeah,
made
that's
it
what
to
did it.
where- Oh! Well, I went to go out the door and instead I mounted the donkey. That was
Ha!
interesting.
Come here, donkey.
You very. I remember I've done that in real life.
Shit, what happened to my leashes?
That is an excellent question. I have 5.
Oh, you somehow got them then.
I think the leashes got mixed around in the Great Llama Escape of 2024.
Yeah, that would explain what happened. Yeah, I have 2 of them, but I know I had 3 prior, and the 2 that I found were in a chest. So yeah, you must have got the ones I was carrying.
I
It
just
doesn't matter.
threw a bunch of leashes up your ass because I don't want
Okay.
You could have thrown them somewhere else that perhaps would have been more comfortable to Mike, but you had to do it with the butt, you fucking freak.
them.
I guess as long as I got them.
That's the important factor here.
Catch him with your ass cheeks.
Gross.
Like that Darkstalker scare.
Whoa! I hope you're
Dang.
talking about Morrigan.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, baby. Man, it bugged the shit out of me playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite the other day. Aside from all the other things that would be bothersome about playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, is that in that game, Morrigan's model is like way less voluptuous. And to me, it's like, no. They made her skinny.
That's part of her character.
It's terrible.
They made her
She
skinny. They
was-
made her like kind of realistically endowed. And it's like, she's a succubus.
Yeah, I mean, she's not even
Nobody
just a
wants a
succubus.
realistic succubus. This is terrible. No wonder that game failed.
That's it. We found it.
Have you guys seen the Symphony of the Night succubus? I think you have, Alex.
I have, yes.
Oh, boy.
I haven't, but it sounds like I need to see it.
You do.
Yeah, that's crazy what they could get away with there with sprite work.
Well, in my case, I remember specifically it was an illustration. It was part of the art for the game, and it was very, very pleasant.
What game was it around that time where you could open up a book and there was just a... Well, I guess for nude sprite work back in that day, it wouldn't be too... That was only be, what, 2-year difference between Symphony and Daggerfall? And Daggerfall had nudity all over the damn place.
Yeah. If it was a 3D game, you could make 3D characters that were reasonably realistic. Of course, they would be very pixelated, but you could still see what they were trying to do.
Oh boy, did the old Leisure Suit Larrys have nudity?
I'm assuming so, because while I've never played even a single one of them, I know that's generally their theme is sexuality. So I would have to assume so. PC games seem like they were able to get away with a lot more than any console games were until maybe the late 90s, early 2000s.
Mainstream media didn't know about them at the time.
Heh.
More or less, yes. I mean, in Japan,
It was-
Nintendo still had the reputation locked down that PC games were just for porn.
Oh yeah, maybe in Japan. Japanese are always up to weird shit. I swear, I was built. I was born on the wrong continent. I love Japan. I should be there. I love these. Like talking about ramen noodles. I just read the other day that they just have literally just noodle stands. Just like on the street, like hot dog stands. You just walk up and just order some noodles. And you just walk away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Between
there's all
that
different
and
kinds of flavors. Here in the West, we get
Yeah.
chicken ramen and chicken ramen. You want anything else?
Well-
Get fucked.
I think we have beef and shrimp too, don't we?
Sometimes.
Yeah, we have beef. Sometimes, yeah, true enough. Speaking of Japanese culture and so forth, I don't remember you've never seen Battle Royale yet, have you guys?
Nope.
Huh.
I haven't seen it. I've seen people talk about it online.
Really, really, really good.
I doubt it.
No, it is weirdo. It's obviously what spawned. Well, not what spawned, but it was a.
Bless
Gesundheit.
you.
Yeah. It was part of what inspired the video game genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Basically, just the Japanese society, the government just gets fed up with kids being assholes. Like that's literally what the concept is. The government's just like, you know what, we're getting sick of this shit, and so they just round up a bunch of high schoolers and they say, okay,
Make
well,
them
you're
all
out here
kill
on
each other.
yeah, it's like you're out on this island and you're gonna get a pack of random stuff. It could be good, could be bad, whatever. That's what you get is what you get, and you go out there and you kill each other until there's only one of you left. And by the way, there's also these things on your necks that explode if you spend too much time out of the designated area. So you better get out there and get something done. Go do it. That's
Oh
pretty much it.
wow! I
Are
didn't
you
know that.
Oh yeah. That's the and it's really good.
Just Fortnite. Wow.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally like every
I
morning
remember
they
the part of the movie when one guy got shot in the ass and his response was to build a tower underneath him in under a second.
Right?
The movie not only has a lot of fairly graphic, bloody violence, not like graphic to where like guts are falling out or anything like that. Not that I remember anyway, but lots of blood, lots of shooting, lots of teenagers shooting each other and dying. But it's just really interesting. Some of the kids decide that they don't want to do it, so they commit suicide together. Some of them team up because they're good friends. Other ones form like last minute whatever, like rivalries and alliances. It's really, really cool. The first couple of scenes, Beat Takeshi is the guy who the one who tells the students, who breaks the news to them that this is what their future is. And there's this just famous, this great shot where the kids they're all rustled into they're on a bus being told they're going somewhere, I can't remember where, and then they're all like gassed out or whatever, and they wake up and they're in this high school classroom, and Beat Takeshi's there, and he's like, okay, well, wake up, this is what we're dealing with here. I want you to watch this video, and the video's got like this cute little chirpy Japanese girl being like, okay, here's the weapons that you have, you better go out and kill each other, that kind of thing. And
someone's knocking my door.
Oh, okay, I'll wait. Come and knock on my door. Come and knock on my door.
Thank you.
We've been waiting for you. I bet 10 to 1, Alex. He's got food. Or Pink.
I'd say 10.
Yeah. I think that's perfectly fair.
All right, what's
Perfectly
up?
reasonable, that is. Talking about you getting food.
I didn't this time.
Oh.
What?
Well, that ain't right.
No. Who's gonna share with me now?
See if you like noodles, maybe. But you don't, so they're all mine.
Man.
But yeah, Beat Takeshi's showing this video to these kids, and they're all like, well, okay, like, some of them are actually like raising their hands and like, well, teacher, how does this work or whatever, and he's answering the questions. But at one point the kids all start to freak out and panic, and they start to go to run out of the out of the classroom, and there's a bunch of like soldiers there that start firing guns to make them go back, and the kids are just like running in circles, and they're scared, and they're losing their shit, and it's just this great shot of the camera just like slowly revolving around Beat Takeshi as he just takes in the carnage. He just looks around, he's just like having the best time of his life. He's just looking around at everyone just losing their shit, like, this is great. It's such a good scene.
Who's Beat Takeshi?
Alex, you want to take that one?
Famous Japanese actor, also notorious because his name is slapped on the cover of one of the worst video games of all time, Beat Takeshi's Challenge. Oh, he also is the host of probably the most notably Takeshi's Castle, which is the Japanese game show that every time you see someone parody Japanese game shows, they're parodying Takeshi's Castle.
Okay.
Isn't that the show where he got the name Beat, or was it a different one? Because he's been on several shows. He was actually a comedian at one point.
Oh, I do not know. I don't know barely shit about him.
Ah, okay. You know a little bit more than I do.
Well, we both know Takeshi's Castle at the very least. Oh shit! Did AVGN ever do Takeshi's Challenge? Excuse me.
I know unless he's done it within like the last maybe decade, because that's when I kind of stopped watching him.
Because I know JonTron did it, and that's where I first learned of it. But
they seem to not
that one's so bizarrely intense of an experience that James may have just said, "No, fuck you, fuck it, I'm not doing it."
Quite possibly. I was going to say that they don't seem to overlap a lot, James, and some of the other content creators, or whatever you want to call them, the other YouTubers, whatever the name is now for people who just make videos.
Yeah.
Except, I guess, in his case, they're like angry videos or whatever. I don't even know what you call them. Subgenre, I guess.
I'm uploading my angry videos.
Well, he started it, and then Angry Joe appeared out of nowhere. And then there was what was the name of the guy that like, he was like a complete awful ripoff of AVGN. Do you remember the guy's real name is Christopher
Gamer?
The Irate Gamer, thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
My understanding is they actually came to terms at one point. I've seen hints that they actually did a video together. What'd you just say?
I said, like, legally came to terms?
They came to legal terms. That actually might be true, to be honest, because, I mean, they, I guess James trademarked, the name of his channel and stuff like that, but I don't think he could trademark the concept of making fun of things. So I'm assuming that there's legal grounds for this Irate Gamer to do what he did. Not with that attitude. But that guy eventually kind of got, I guess, bored with the video game stuff, and he eventually turned his channel into one of those ghost hunting channels.
Ah!
Oh
Yeah.
man.
But yeah, last I heard, there was supposed to have been a video that he did with James, and I've seen like still clips of the two of them like talking on a phone to each other or something like that. But I don't know if that's just like a mock-up or if they ever actually really did do an episode together. I get the impression that they did, but I don't know. I've never been able to confirm. I'm going to go sleep, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I was running. I'd do the same.
All right.
Hooah!
Well, it sounded like you were falling to your death.
1 or 2 players are sleeping.
Oh, well, there he
They are
is.
sleeping through the night. Now Alex is awake, so I'm not sure how that will impact
Yeah.
sleeping through the night.
That's weird. It says sleeping through the night, but we don't appear to be. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
How many Minecraft days have passed? 45?
I guess
can
probably
turn
about
that
3
on.
weeks. Yeah, you know what? Why don't I take a look? It's been a while. Probably more than 3 weeks, Alex. You and I played for a good while after Pink left that last time.
Yeah.
When we get somewhere safe in case a creeper comes out and comes to blow me up. Yeah, I've learned not to stand next to our important stuff while I'm doing this. Ooh, and there are some sheep just straight out front our front door towards the river, should anyone need them.
Can I feed them cooked mutton?
What is your new fascination with forcing cannibalism on other creatures?
Well, to be fair,
Hey, the
last
horse
time it was-
wasn't about cannibalism.
I was gonna say I was rotten meat in that game.
That's
Oh,
true.
it's so-
You're just trying to
Almost
force it-
worse.
Yeah, well, not horse, just human.
It's rotten. Where the hell are the damn? Oh, I'm in video. Okay, there we go. General, is it? Game. Okay, here we go. Okay, show days played. There we go.
Oh!
44. Wow, that's yeah. I thought it
I
was
was
3 weeks.
close. I was 1 day off.
Yeah, you were. That was actually a really good guess. Yeah, I honestly thought maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4 tops. Kind of fascinating. We've been out here about a month and a half of game time, Game World time or whatever, and we've barely scratched the surface of what is out there.
You make that sound like you're about to start fucking some X-Files shit.
That was the implication, yeah. I never saw X-Files, but I've heard that it was for the first, 6 or 7 seasons or whatever. It was supposedly a very, very good show.
That's what
I
I've heard.
intend to get really honestly started on it at some point. I did one day sit down and watch the first 2 episodes, and I did think they were solid.
Now that I think about it, I should say now that you mention it, actually, I forgot I did watch the first, maybe 8 or 9. I got one of the DVD sets. I rented it way back in, 2008. And I started watching some, and I liked a few of the ones I saw. A couple of them were actually really good, but then a couple of them started dealing with, I guess, that whole big overarching conspiracy stuff that the show is known for. I guess, the cigarette-smoking man secretly has ties to aliens, and that's why the main character's sister got kidnapped or whatever. I'm like, I just want to watch a show about, monsters and shit. And my cousin educated me to the fact that the show actually is known for having basically 50-50 or maybe even 70-30. It's got, quote, Monster of the Week episodes that don't tie into the overall story. And then it's got the conspiracy episodes, I guess is what they're called, which obviously is the main backbone of the story that follows a not coherent, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, just a line of whatever, tied together episodes. I can't think of the word.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that I'm absolutely just 100% not at all interested in. But I really do want to see all the good Monster of the Week episodes. Some of those sound really good.
Yeah.
And I guess the idea is to stop before the 10th season or something like that. That's when things really started going off the rails. Which it's surprising it lasted as long as it did.
Right, 10 seasons of being quote unquote good until it ends, or not
Supposedly.
ends, until it supposedly goes bad. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I'm
Most
sure
shows
it's
are
gonna
like
be-
it didn't make it to season 2 and still be good.
I would imagine that the numbers would change depending on who you ask, but I've never really heard a lot of people say anything like, oh yeah, the show really takes a curve around here. It's supposedly season 10, or 9 or 10, because that is the one where David Duchovny left. They switched him out for another character, and I guess that's
T-1000, right?
yes, yep, Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Who supposedly, he was good in T2. I never saw him in anything else, but he's supposedly a good actor. I guess even in X-Files he was good, but it was just too much of a... I guess he was just like one of several big changes that fans are just like, this is too much.
Yeah, it would seem like one of those things. My understanding is that part of the charm of X-Files is supposed to depend on the the Mulder and Scully dynamic.
You're right, it's Fox Mulder and Dana Scully.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep, you actually had it.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, the Mulder-Scully dynamic, which I think, like, the gimmick with bringing Robert Patrick in was... Well, the dynamic is supposed to be that Mulder believes in the supernatural, Scully doesn't. In spite of, Scully can see, like, Super Demon Monster 5000 possessing a woman and saying, Beelzebub, Satanus, and she's still like, and, like, tentacles are coming out of the face, the room just lights on fire spontaneously, and she's still like, science can explain this.
It's swamp gas.
Yeah. And I guess the gimmick with when they brought in Robert Patrick is supposed to be, oh, well, she spent long enough around Mulder that she now believes in the supernatural, but wouldn't you know it, Mulder has to leave, and Robert Patrick replaces him, and he doesn't believe in the supernatural.
Oh, okay. If that happened, that would be kind of lame, yeah.
Yeah, just we need to repeat these character arcs because we don't know how to write anything else. We need to buy time.
Yeah. I would think that would also dramatically throw off the character dynamics. Because I know that for a while there, it was like one of those will they or won't they situations, but I don't know if that was ever resolved. I don't know if they ever actually, like, got in bed together or not. I think they
did, but
might
it was
have.
like,
did they?
I think it was supposed to be, like, just abruptly when they brought back for the new seasons. It just shows that, like, they are in bed together.
Oh.
And there are a lot of
really?
people
Like, no build-up? It just gives a shout of, oh, hey, by the way, this happened in the meantime.
I guess so, and, like... I think there were a lot of people who were kind of saying, like, it kind of would have been more interesting if they didn't get together and they were just coworkers.
Yeah. I know that the girl I was dating at the time, the first girl I ever had sex with, she was really into X-Files, and she, I remember she was, like, really excited about a Valentine's Day themed cover of TV Guide, which had those two characters together, not in character, but they were, like, doing, like, a photo shoot or whatever, and the two of them were in a bed together. Like, just like looking at you, the viewer, but they were in a bed together. And I remember my girlfriend was like, "Oh, I have to get a copy of that." That's yeah.
They're in bed looking at you.
Well, like the camera was like in the sky, basically looking down at the two of them in a bed, like looking up. So it was not quite like they were like sitting up in bed, like looking at you at the foot of the bed. It wasn't like that.
Because it like also demands like, okay, what's the facial expression? Is the facial expression "get out, you pervert," or is it alternatively "join us"?
To my memory, it was just a very, very mundane, just kind of like, we're coy, watch the X-Files, and maybe we'll get it on, whatever.
Oh, man.
Have PG-13 TV sex.
Oh, yeah. That would have been early 96, late 95, early 96, somewhere around there. Actually,
10 years before Edge and Lita.
I guess that's true, isn't it?
Good lord.
She has since said, you guys probably already know this, I didn't really know it until recently, but she said that she was very uncomfortable and didn't want to do that, but she figured...
Are we surprised?
Yeah, she played it up so well that she was this whore character, I kind of just assumed that she was into all that, but no, she was like, I really, really didn't want to do that.
I don't think Edge was either.
Nope.
Yeah, it was a fucking embarrassing, stupid thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that Vince, like, the Ruthless Aggression era, it feels like a refinement down of what Vince's idea of replicating the Attitude Era would be.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got jumped,
right.
but I whooped his ass.
Good.
I mean, realistically speaking, Pink grew up with the Ruthless Aggression era, and there was a lot of fun stuff in the Ruthless Aggression era. There was a lot about the Ruthless Aggression era that was fucking dumb.
That was later Ruthless Aggression. That was I really like WWE in like the early 2000s to like maybe 2005 thereabouts. Although no, was that 2006 or later? The Edge thing was like 2009 or so, wasn't it?
Edge thing would have been 2006 or 7.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, it wasn't too far off from when I was watching.
Yeah. I think it actually started on the tail end of 2005 and went through most of the 2006 into early 2007.
Ah. When was Booker T King Booker? Was that like 2008-ish?
2007.
That was also 2007. Okay, wow.
06 or 07.
Oh, that was 06. That's right. I remember where I was at the time. Okay, yeah, it was 06. So yeah, I'd say that between
7-Eleven.
Oh, is that around the time where it was the black people don't win championships?
No, you just simply said, "Oh, I remember where I was at the time," and I was trying to.
You were following.
Said you remember robbing the 7-Eleven.
Gotcha. I thought you were implying that was one of the things that they said against Booker as to why he doesn't, not necessarily black people like him or whatever. So fucking dumb.
That'd be an oddly specific comment from Triple H.
I was gonna say it'd be on the nose, wouldn't it?
Nowhere
Yeah.
else, just 7-Eleven. There's a well-known vendetta between African Americans and 7-Eleven.
Funnily enough, there's a lot of different gas stations and convenience stores back in my hometown of Kenosha, and I'm not even sure if any of them were 7-Elevens. They were like gas marts or some random shit.
Oh, what do we sell here? No, you wouldn't know, man. You wouldn't know.
Yeah. Really quick, how does one build an axe in this game? I don't recall.
2 sticks and then make an upside down L on top of it.
I just say a prayer.
2 sticks and an upside down L. So the 6 are in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, I just made a hoe, which I can use that.
In the middle, one resource of whatever you're using on top, then to the left like a hoe, and then one below that to make the axe.
Yeah. Like
So top left, middle, top middle, and middle left.
So the full top row is planks, then the left first...
No. The
Okay.
full top row should be the first 2 on the left-hand side, so that's going to be left and middle. That should be your resource. And then you're gonna...
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was taking away that uppermost last plank.
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks. Although it's nighttime now, so I guess I'll come back in.
Oh, you guys let me know when you get in bed. Ah!
Roger that.
Okay.
Oh, Pink's right behind me. Where'd you come from? Did you jump down from somewhere?
Oh, I was running down the hill, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. Alright. And I'm in bed now as well.
Okay. Hang on.
Are you ever gonna sleep, or are you just gonna kill yourself at the same time? It's your
depends on
prerogative.
convenience's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I wound up falling not quite to my death, so I have to sleep now.
Oh, no.
The horror!
There we go.
Alright.
I have 2 hearts, so,
2 hearts beating as
Not
one.
ideal.
What the hell is this? These
What's
stairs
that?
sticking out of the wall. What is this?
Don't question it.
Alright.
God put it there for a reason.
It's one of those naturally forming stairs, you know.
Yeah. Stick coming out of the cobblestone wall, apparently.
Where the heck did I get this ink sac?
I guess you must have been swimming when an octopus creature or whatever got killed.
I
They
guess
tend
so.
Squid.
They tend to accidentally suffocate themselves rather frequently.
Kind of sad in a way.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Oh, they suffocate themselves by going topside. That's right. They do
Yep.
that a lot.
Yep. And they look perfectly normal up until they abruptly suffocate and then die instantly.
Explode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, that was dumb what I just did.
I believe it. What'd you do?
Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but I made a hoe to be able to plow up my farm here, and then without thinking, I needed to clear some blocks away to make room, and I just beat them up with the hoe, thus destroying it. Which, I mean, it was very easy to make, and at the moment I don't need it, but that was very thoughtless of me. All right, at the moment we have 4 pretty long strips of farmland up here, Alex, should you decide that you want to utilize it. If not, of course, you're welcome to make your own farm.
Yeah, I'm kind of committed to working on the top of the mountain, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just figured that if you had, like, I don't know, excess veggies or anything you wanted to use, I figured you should feel free.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll go steal some more from the villagers.
Yeah, I mean, they're just giving them away, really.
That is how you have to get them, right? Because otherwise, how does one, for example, find a potato?
Zombies have a chance to drop them.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's actually, like, the one good thing zombies can drop.
I see. All right. Do you guys have a recommendation as to where a good place is to get sand?
The beach.
The river.
Is there an actual beach somewhere?
Not as far as I've been able to find.
Let's see. Oh, I think I see some. Because I know the river is good if there's some. Okay, yeah, here's a good amount. The river closest to us didn't seem like it was deep enough to really produce any, but here I found some.
Yeah.
And for future reference, how does one make glass? I don't remember. Do you literally just cook the sand? That's all it is. Okay.
Yep. Oh, did you alt-tab? Oh, no, this must be my internet is going out. Shit. Oh, wait.
Well?
Okay, can you still hear me, Pink?
I hear you.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, either your internet went out for a little bit, Mike, or mine did.
I might have been yours. Mine so far has not blipped. Pink, was anything odd for you?
I didn't notice anything odd.
Okay, that would be mine then, though I will note that, Mike, if your internet blipped, you probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah, if it was just super quick, I suppose. Well, wouldn't it, if the internet drops for even just 1 second, doesn't that mean that the game would completely cut me off from the server?
You are the server.
Wouldn't it, does it not require me to be online, though?
Nope.
So I can start this game of Minecraft and start a multiplayer game, and the internet can go out, and I'd still be able to play my multiplayer game, but it would just be able to. I'd be able to play it offline, even though it's meant to be an online game.
Yeah, we are running around in your single-player game right now.
Okay. Well, that is good to know.
We are guests, for all intents and purposes.
I see.
Indeed.
Yeah, I simply don't play enough multiplayer games to know how all that stuff works.
Yeah, and the practice changes from game to game.
Yeah.
I should go ahead and cut the recording now that I think about it. This one's probably run a bit long.
You know what? That's a good idea.